Yeah. Hey, tonight on the Game of the Week, we're back out in the Great White North in Smithfield as Skyview plays host to Mountain Crest. The Mustangs 5-9, 1-4 in their last 5 games. Just really struggling in Region 5, and Skyview kind of going the other way with a 9-7 record.
Well, Mountain Crest had a great chance against Box Elder, kind of let things slip away here on the Valley Channel, and they got the doors blown off again at Logan, which is a very good team as well. They have to recover tonight, play great defense, and really stop the difficult guard line of Skyview.
Yeah, that Skyview guard line led by Braxton Goddard, and a word for him, solid.
Solid all the time, great steals guy as well, and he doesn't do a lot of scoring and things like that, but he's a lot of the intangibles and leadership skills as well.
Well, the Mustangs are big down low with John Huff and Tanner Kirby. We've yet to see them really take charge down in the paint, and tonight against the Skyview Bobcats, they could really use those bigs down in the paint. It's the Mustangs and the Bobcats coming up next on the Game of the Week.
I'm a totally different man. You could do one thing only, incline training is it.
It eliminated that fat. Just get up and walk.
You want to change your life, then you need to step up to the X9 from Nordic Track. What makes the X9 the best calorie burning machine on the planet? Incline. Going up, now you're burning twice the calories. You want more? Take it all the way to 40% incline for 5 times the calorie burn.
The X9 is one of the fastest ways ever to burn calories.
And all you have to do is walk.
Plus, the X9 comes with iFit, powered by Google Maps, so you can work out anywhere.
Burn fat jogging on the beaches of Fiji. Shed pounds hiking the Swiss Alps.
With iFit, the X9 automatically adjusts so your workout follows the terrain.
You can most definitely shed calories and burn fat.
You can just walk the calories off.
Get this amazing machine for $0 down and free shipping, $150 value.
To order, call 1-800-383-4153 or go online today.
Mountain Crest visits Skyview for a Cross Valley rivalry in the Game of the Week, and it's brought to you by Icon Health and Fitness, changing lives with fitness innovation. Cache Valley Hospital, your choice in healthcare. Salt Lake Express, door-to-door service to and from the Salt Lake Airport every hour. Lewiston State Bank, strong and vibrant for over a century. Immaculate Homes, now your home. Wendy's of Cache Valley, it's way better than fast food, it's Wendy's. Discount Tire and Automotive, so much more than a tire store. Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology, bring back what you've been missing. PR Graphics for all your promotional graphics needs. Planet Fitness, the judgment-free zone at only $10 a month. The Logo Shop, we logo stuff, all kinds of stuff. At the Valley Channel, Cache Valley's television station. Well, once again, welcome to the Game of the Week. I'm Eric Olson along with Lee Vaughn. We're at Skyview High School in Smithfield. And the captains of each team meeting at midcourt. Be getting underway here in just a few minutes. As usual, we've had a chance to talk to both coaches before this game. Lee Vaughn talked with the head coach for Skyview, Coach Hilliard, just a few minutes ago.
Well, Coach, your team sits at 3-2 in the region now. An important game with Mountain Crest. Maybe an underdeveloped Mountain Crest team, still young and learning where their role is, but this is a Valley rivalry. We were talking about it on the way up here. Tell me about this game.
Well, it's a really important game because it's an in-valley rivalry game, but more importantly, it's a home game in region. And we need to take care of our home games at region because on the road it's tough out there. We lost one on the road at Box Elder and lost one at Royda. So we've taken care of our home court to this point, but we just need to continue to do that tonight against a team that I think is playing really well right now. They've been really close in a lot of games. Watched them in the Box Elder game, led most of the game, and Box Elder made a couple shots down the stretch. So Mountain Crest is a good team. We've definitely got to come out and play our best ball tonight.
They're a very athletic team, and your team's athletic as well. Talk to me about really what you need your kids to do tonight to step up. You've seen the film from Mountain Crest, and you know what's going on.
We've been playing our senior guards, Godridge, Evans, and Doherty have been playing aggressive, been playing really well. We know that Panther and Doherty have been scoring some points for us, but Mountain Crest poses a new challenge for us, and they've got some big guys, and we need to definitely take care of business against their big guys. Rebound well. We need to finish against their big guys. We're not going to get many second chance opportunities. I know that, and so we're going to have to take advantage of that early on, I think.
Okay, last question. I've seen in the Valley a lot more students coming out to games in all the schools. Tell me about the environment, how fun it is to play here in front of those kids.
It's fun to coach. It's fun for the players to play. Those are the games that the kids remember and talk about a lot, and that's a lot of credit to a lot of people. When you win, that happens, but it's also fun for the students, and you got to give the administration credit for allowing that to happen. And there's a lot of things going on in life, but there's not many things that can be as much fun as a high school rival game in Valley that when you're a senior. And so I think it's fun. It's a great atmosphere, and that's why high school athletics is so fun.
Amen to that. We're looking forward to a great game. Good luck, Coach.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
See you at halftime.
Yep.
Skyview winners of 2 in a row and 4 of their last 6, and they kind of starting to get things rolling, Lee.
Well, they are, and they've got a great team with great chemistry as well. You mentioned their last couple of wins. They won a couple of big region games in defeating Ogden 68-49 and then Bonneville 73-54, a couple of big region wins. You know, Ogden hasn't won any games yet, but Bonneville is a pretty good game. They can play up or down, so that's a good win for Skyview.
Mountain Crest losers of 7 of their last 10. They're still trying to find their identity as a team. Coach Graydon Bookmiller spent time with Lee Vaughn a few minutes ago.
Well, Coach, not only is this an in-valley rivalry game, another fun game against Skyview for us, especially on TV, but it's really important for your team now with just one win in region. Tell me about your mindset and what you told the kids coming into tonight.
It's always been the same. It's one game at a time, and you know, right now our focus is just taking care of this basketball game. And you know, once you establish some rhythm, especially in this region, you know, you're going to find your good things happening, but we've got to just focus on this next game.
Really impressed with your point guard, Brenchley. He's played very well for being a freshman, long, and plays great defense. Talk to me about his game and who else needs to step up to help win this game tonight.
Well, we were pleased with what Gage was doing last game, being able to get to the rim, and you know, our bigs have got to be able to score those inside shots when they have them. And you know, if they start collapsing, then you know, we're going to be free to be able to hit some outside shots. But we definitely just have to defend and rebound tonight for sure.
You probably have a little bit of a size advantage in there, at least with when Tanner is in the game. Talk to me about that. Are you going to use that at all tonight to your advantage and try and work that ball in the low post?
Well, certainly. You know, that's something we continue to try and do and try and work it in our favor. Hasn't always worked out, and we've had to come out and do a little bit of small ball. But yeah, certainly, you know, if we can get those opportunities, we want to go to our bigs. We like what our bigs do. It just helps everything else flow, and we got to try and establish an inside game tonight.
Okay, looking forward to a great game. Thanks, Coach.
Yep, should be.
Good luck.
All right, you heard it right from the coach. And speaking of hearing, Dr. Paul Daines at Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology can design a hearing solution that not only gives you better hearing, but hearing that sounds like you want it to. Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology. Well, we've heard from both coaches. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll talk about both of these teams. It's Mountain Crest visiting Skyview on the Game of the Week.
That's what was hard for my dad, was that he did not catch so much of the conversation, would respond inappropriately sometimes because he didn't hear. My father always put his hand behind his ear cupping so he could hear us. We don't think about it. It's when our family members start telling us we need the hearing aid that we began to get serious, that maybe there is a problem. Although I knew I needed hearing aids, I could tell. But I was missing many times what the grandchildren were actually saying, and I would have to take their little face and turn it up to me so I could hear, which was embarrassing. But it was a wonderful experience to begin to hear. I could hear when I walked out of the office that day, people's shoes on the pavement. I couldn't believe it. It was an amazing thing. Now I have called a repairman because I could finally hear that the water was running constantly. So it is embarrassing. I can only imagine how many other things I've missed. You really don't see that behind my ear. Dr. Daines is a wonderful, caring doctor, and not only is it painless, but your family can finally not have to worry about communicating with you and you not hearing, even on your phone. That is a huge, huge thing. And so I would say, do it for your family and loved ones. Now I can hear.
Clark Salt Lake Express and the airport shuttle have merged and become one.
So we still have doorstep service, and it's about the same price as it was before. Our focus now is to try to provide as many opportunities for people who need to have the ability to get to and from Salt Lake when they want. They don't want to wait at the airport for 2 hours. They also don't want to be driving around the valley when they get here.
And you bring us to a location that leaves on time.
We'll have another vehicle take you here to save time comfortably, and that main vehicle goes 12 times a day on schedule, both leaving the valley and coming back.
Back at Skyview High School, Mountain Crest and Skyview getting set to tip off here in just a moment. 5-9 Mountain Crest. They're 1-4 in the region. Again, we talked about they've lost 4 straight, while the Bobcats have won 2 in a row. The Bobcats 3-2 in region, and trying to stay relevant atop the league there for those playoff positions, Lee.
Yeah, Skyview sitting in 4th place in the region, like you mentioned. Mountain Crest in 5th place, right behind them. There's a big gap, though, with 1 win for Mountain Crest and 3 for Skyview. Roy sitting atop at 5-0, Box Elder 4-1. Logan handing Box Elder its first loss in region. So this is a very tough region to play in, and you heard Coach Bookmiller talk about it, that if you get in a rhythm in this region, then things go well for you, and that's really what Skyview has done of late, and they need to capitalize on that tonight and hold serve on their home court.
Logan and Roy still have to play each other. Logan, again, you talked about how they beat Box Elder. I mean, they beat Box Elder by 20, and that was in Brigham City.
Yeah, and Box Elder is a very athletic, hard-nosed veteran team, and that's a great win for Coach Brown and his Grizzlies.
We've seen so many times, though, that a team can be struggling, and you come into these rivalry games where the emotions run high, and strange things could happen. We've seen it the last few years, and before Logan knocked off Mountain Crest last week, it had been Mountain Crest had won like 6 or 7 in a row in that series, even when it looked like Logan might have better teams.
Yeah, and it's true. You're right. The rivalry game is huge, and Coach Hilliard and I were talking about that on the way up here to get to the cameras, and he said you just never know when it's a rivalry game, and if one call goes one way or the other way, and it can change the whole momentum of the game and the season for that matter.
Well, they're playing with the lights here in Smithfield. They go big time, where they shut the lights off and on, and they got the music and the spotlights, and they introduce these teams. So let's take a look at the starting lineups first for Mountain Crest.
Starting tonight at the point guard position, Jackson Brenchley, number 0. He's the freshman we talked about, leading scorer at 12.29 points per game. Number 22, Cannon Schenk, is going to start tonight as well. Gage Ferguson, number 23. We've seen these guys a couple times on the Valley Channel this season so far. Tanner Kirby, the second leading scorer for the Mustangs and leading rebounder, you can imagine, at nearly 6 per game. And then John Huff, who really plays bigger than he is underneath. He's about 6'4", 6'5", but I think he's got really long arms and can play almost like he's 6'8".
2 seniors in that starting lineup, Shank and Ferguson, and as you mentioned, Brenchley, the freshman, Kirby and Huff, both juniors. So a young squad from Hiram, but you know what Coach told us, it's time for them to quit talking about how young their squad is.
Yeah, that's exactly what the coach wants them to do, is stop using that youth as a crutch, because they're way into region now, and they've played a lot of games. Skyview's being introduced as well with their starters. Braxton Goddard, number 11, the senior guard. Justin Evans will start tonight as well as the senior, number 12. Number 13, the leading scorer on this team, a sophomore, Bryce Mortensen at 12.88 points per game. Number 34, Kozlowski is going to start tonight. On our roster, he's listed as number 32. And then Riley Panner averages over 2 3-pointers per game, 2.38. Riley Panner, number 35, great shooter.
For Skyview, you'll see those 5 along with Doherty, Downs, Hendricks, and Jepson. You usually are the guys that get the time for the Bobcats. For the Mustangs off the bench, you'll probably see Spencer Coombs, Kai Nethercott, Caden Bookmiller, and Jalen Teeve. Both of these coaches go about 9 deep on a regular basis.
Well, it's, you know, and the reason they do that is because their teams are young, but also because they run up and down the floor so much. Both these teams are very aggressive, want to get out in transition and get those easy layups. And you start to wear out kids. You can't go 7 deep when you're running as much as these two teams do.
Mountain Crest may have, well, it's close. Mortensen's pretty big. Mountain Crest may be a little bit bigger down low. And again, we haven't seen him really utilize those bigs. Kirby got off to a pretty good start against Logan, but he was taken out of the game in a hurry when that game started to get away.
Yeah, foul trouble.
He needs to find a way to stay in the ball game. So the Mustangs win the tap. We've talked so much about Brenchley, and he was outstanding, the freshman against Box Elder, and then he struggled against Logan, and that's what you're going to get with those underclassmen, up and down. Ferguson, high post, kicks it back out to Brenchley, and Mountain Crest has been very patient this year in their offense. We've seen him run more in years past. Schenk fires for 3, it won't go. Ferguson and Kirby both try to save it back inbounds, but it's off of them and going the other way.
You talked about in the opener, Goddardge, steady as she goes. He's really the senior leader of this team and does a great job in keeping his team relaxed. Even on a turnover there, he won't get phased.
Skyview turns it over. Mountain Crest regain possession. Goddardge just under 2.5 assists per game. People that grew up with John Stockton will say, yeah, he averaged 12 a game.
He was also the best point guard ever.
In high school, if you've got somebody averaging 2 or 3 a game, that's pretty good. And a foul as they try to run the backdoor cut to Schenk. He'll go to the free throw line.
See, and that's one of the things I was looking at in the stats early. Jackson Brenchley for Mountain Crest averages under 2 a game. If you're the point guard, you probably need to be looking at getting 3 to 4 assists per game. And there's a nice shot at it. Great defense there. Skyview breaks it up. Schenk goes to the line, though.
Evans got him on the arm as he went up trying to break that up. And Schenk misses the first. Cannon Schenk misses them both. So we're still scoreless. We played just over a minute in Smithfield. Goddardge all the way to the rack. Too hard. And Kirby pulls down the board. Here come the orange and blue. Oh, that's going to be a travel. Yeah, it was Ferguson had it knocked away and he came back down with it.
Well, it's a barn burner now, 1-0. Up and down the floor multiple times.
I don't know where 1 point came from.
Schenk missed both, though?
I thought Schenk missed them both.
Well, they gave it to Mountain Crest.
There's Kozlowski. To the rim. Jake Kozlowski averaging just over a bucket a game, and he has one early. Huff kicks it out to Brenchley. Brenchley fumbles, gets it back. Kirby saves it into Ferguson. Ferguson turned it over.
Boy, and that's not a call you see very much at the top of the key, the carry call.
Let's see. Did he make or miss that first one? I looked down just for a second. Okay, that bounced around and bounced in.
Thank you for the replay.
Yes.
We should probably watch the game in its entirety. Neither one of us are obviously looking down at our stat sheets.
Evans gets the bullet pass from Goddard and finishes.
Nice cut by the senior guard.
4-1, Skyview with the early lead. 5 minutes to play in the first period. Brenchley, left-hander, too hard. Rebounded by Kozlowski.
That's a tough shot. He gets really deep there, and by then he's completely stretched out. Can't really get any body control. Oh!
Get out!
Yeah. There's those long arms of Huff that I was talking about. Just a junior.
Evans takes that one all the way to the rack. He turns on the jets, and then Huff lays down the hammer.
Oh, and that sure helps when you're the point guard. If you're getting beat, you know you got some help back down low. Skyview converts.
Kozlowski on the inbound play, now with 4 points, and it's 6-1. Skyview with the lead. Now Crest still looking for their first field goal.
Nice screen by Brenchley.
They're daring Ferguson to shoot, and he doesn't do it.
Ferguson wise not to take it. That's really not his shot. Good penetrator, not so great from the around the arch.
More of a slasher, isn't it?
Yep.
Here's Ferguson's game. He gets shut off and fouled. It's like Mortenson's going to pick up the infraction.
It's like both these teams playing still a little tentatively, especially Mountain Crest in the early going. That was just after the foul, number 13 there.
Kirby misses. Huff keeps it alive and comes down with the board. Shank, three-pointer too hard. No, it banks in.
I didn't hear him call glass. That was high off the glass.
6-4, the Skyview lead down to 2. Under 4 minutes to play. Mortensen had a free run to the basket and lost it, but the Bobcats come up with it. Goddard with the spin. Hands it back to Kozlowski, and Kozlowski's got 6 points.
Having the game of his life. 6 points in the first quarter against your in-valley rival.
He averages 2 points and 2 rebounds per game. It's 8-4 Skyview. Down low, Kirby off the glass.
Well, I really think Mountain Crest needs to work that all night long. Kirby's got to get down on that low block and get big, get that pass, and that's almost unstoppable when he's on that block.
Goddard waits, now hits Panther, the 3, no good, rebounded by Huff. Brenchley to the rack, won't go. Kirby there to clean it up. Tanner Kirby puts it in, and we're tied at 8. 7-2 run by the Mustangs. Here's a turnover, 3rd for the Bobcats. Kirby out front to Shank. He's got a good look. He hit the first one, misses that one.
No glass.
No, that's it. Here's Evans. He's in attack mode every time he's got the ball. Mortensen, free throw line jumper too hard. Rebounded by Brenchley.
Really odd shot by Mortensen there. Kind of turned his body and his feet weren't lined up, which means his shoulders weren't squared up either.
And they go to Huff. Huff double teamed, hasn't knocked away. Mortensen fouled at the other end by Tanner Kirby. He'll go to the line.
That's a good foul by the senior Kirby when you got a sophomore coming hard to the rack. Scratch that. Kirby's a junior, isn't he?
He and Huff are both juniors.
Yeah. Bodes well for Mountain Crest, but that's a good foul coming in. Goes for the ball, nothing dirty about it, but physical nonetheless.
It was physical enough to make sure it wasn't going to be a three-point play.
Yep. And the young sophomore will probably remember that next time he goes to the
Nethercott and Bookmiller into the ball game. Shank, Kirby, the Salt Lake Express, one of our sponsors. You get personal door-to-door pickup and drop-off service to and from the Salt Lake Airport every hour, or economic service from convenient Cache Valley locations with the Salt Lake Express. Mortensen misses both and keeps the rebound alive to Downs, and he's fouled. Huff is going to pick up his first personal.
Oh, with Mortensen and Downs in there, that becomes kind of a wash on the size advantage that Mountain Crest usually has during the game.
Downs hits the free throw.
Downs makes the first one. Checking into the Skyview lineup, number 5, Brian Doherty.
Kirby's getting a rest, so Skyview should take advantage of this and go low, go to the hole often.
Doherty into the ball game. He averaged 7 points and 2.5 rebounds per game off the bench. It's number 5 for the Bobcats. Downs gets the roll. And he's got 2 points. And Skyview back out to a 2-point lead at 10-8 with 1:24 to play here in the first period. The pace of this game favors Mountain Crest. Mountain Crest wants to keep it in a slow down battle. They don't want to get up and down the floor. Huff loses it. Third turnover for the Mustangs.
Just wasn't paying attention, and Huff stuck it right in the breadbasket of Mortensen. He says, "Thank you very much."
Goderich finds Downs. Downs with 4 quick points off the bench, and that's the Skyview advantage right now. 12-8, 30 seconds to play in the first period. Ferguson bounces off of Downs, and he'll go to the free throw line. That would have counted if it would have went.
I know. And when you say bounces off, you mean it.
Downs first. That's the third team foul for Skyview. Mountain Crest with 2. So not a lot of whistles here in the early going. Ferguson hits the first. Wendy's of Cache Valley, one of our sponsors. They're your real choice in fast food. They deliver quality, fresh food with real ingredients that provide the best tasting fast food. And that's at Wendy's of Cache Valley. Ferguson hits both. Mountain Crest 3 out of 4 from the free throw line here in the early going. They trail by a bucket. Skyview with a chance to widen that lead. Long 3 by Hendricks off the bench, and that matches the largest lead of the first period. Hendricks sinks the long ball, and it's 15-10. Skyview leading Mountain Crest at the end of 1.
Here at Lewiston State Bank, we offer lots of different loan products to meet your needs. We're happy to work with you and hope that you would enjoy working with us.
We had to take out an automobile loan, and so we came into Lewiston State Bank, and she was so good. She worked with me really, really well.
We are proud to have been serving our customers for over 100 years with personalized, friendly service. Please come in and meet your new friends at Lewiston State Bank.
Clark Salt Lake Express and the airport shuttle have merged and become one.
So we still have doorstep service, and it's about the same price as it was before. Our focus now is to try to provide as many opportunities for people who need to have the ability to get to and from Salt Lake when they want. They don't want to wait at the airport for 2 hours. They also don't want to be driving around the valley when they get here.
And you bring us to a location that leaves on time.
We'll have another vehicle take you here to save time comfortably, and that main vehicle goes 12 times a day on schedule, both leaving the valley and coming back.
15-10 after the three-pointer to end the first period by Jake Hendricks. He hits the triple, the first one of the game for Skyview. Goddard will try to get the second one. It's too long. Rebounded by Brenchley.
Goddard shot his next rebound to Brenchley.
Skyview jumped out to the early lead, and Shank throws it over Kirby's head. Kirby kind of halfway went up for it and then thought that one can't be for me.
Yeah, there's somebody behind me, surely. Yes, the Skyview bench. That's exactly who's behind me.
No, there's not anyone behind you, and quit calling me Shirley. Hendricks in the paint. Leaves it off for Doherty. He has it taken away. And Bookmiller tried to throw it off of Doherty and out of bounds, and Doherty sidestepped the attempt.
Hendricks with a great idea on that pass, just a little tight on the spacing, and Doherty wasn't expecting it. Get that close to the rim, you might as well just take that shot.
Here's the steal.
Bookmiller with the steal.
Bookmiller gets it back to Shank. Shank all the way to the rack.
That's
and one for the Mustang.
That is Brenchley.
Jackson Brenchley is fouled.
Oh, you are correct, sir.
They're all fast, young, and skinny.
But, 22-0. They look a lot alike. I wonder my checkbook's out of whack. Brenchley hits the free throw, so he's on the board with 3 points. And he trims the lead for Skyview to 15-13.
Gage Ferguson reporting back in for the Mustangs.
Nethercott sits and Ferguson back in for Mountain Crest. Well, Hendricks thought about pulling up, but he does from the free throw line instead. Rebound kept alive, and Evans scores.
Well, this game is only a 4-point game, but it feels more difficult for Mountain Crest than that, because it feels like every point is like pulling teeth.
Well, that may be due to their very deliberate style.
Yes, I think you might be correct.
Down low, Tanner Kirby has it knocked away. You put Kirby and Downs together in a small, confined space, there's not much room for anything else.
Those hamburgers are disappearing, I guarantee you. You know what else would disappear? Pier 49 pizza.
Oh, my goodness.
So delicious.
Provide pizzas for us before every game as Brenchley's shot won't go, and Downs comes down with the board. Hey, for the big game on Sunday, you ought to call Pier 49. It'll make you fall in love with pizza again.
And nobody wants to cook on the Super Bowl. You just want to eat. So just order from Pier 49.
I want to yell at the TV. I don't even want to eat.
Now you're just being stupid.
I want to eat at halftime when there's stupid halftime shows on that I don't care about. I think the only halftime show I've watched in 40 years is U2, when U2 was on at halftime.
That was pretty good.
Ferguson.
Wow, that's a tough pass.
Lobs low to Kirby. Shot won't go. He's going to go to the line. They calling that one on Downs?
I think so.
Foul is on 42. Tyler
Yep.
Downs, his third personal.
That's his third.
Tanner Kirby at the line, shooting 2.
And that's the 5th team foul.
Downs getting a little instruction from the official on exactly why he got that foul called. Wow.
Kirby airballs the first attempt. See if we can see it down in here. And it comes off the...
This is a tough pass right here into Kirby. Right about here, fading away. Downs just has both hands on him and a hip check. That's a guaranteed foul every time.
Kirby misses both free throws. And the rebound knocked around, and Skyview finally comes out with it.
Well, after the first air ball, I wasn't shocked at the second miss.
Evans calls the play, kicks it back to Mortensen. Free throw line jumper too hard, follows his own shot, keeps it alive. But it's Brenchley that comes out with it the other way, and a reach-in foul called on Panther. Huff will come back in, and Kirby will sit. That's the 6th team foul on Skyview. So one more, and Mountain Crest is shooting free throws. There's still 5:27 to play in the first half. Shank pulls up, won't go. Rebounded out of there by Panther.
Oh, and Skyview just happy as they can be to sit in that zone defense and make Mountain Crest shoot.
Doherty's three, too hard. And Brenchley knocks that one down and dribbles out of a double team. Shank all the way to the basket. Cannon Shank with 5. Quickly the other way, Doherty with the turnaround. Mortensen puts it back. Still a 4-point lead for Skyview at 19-15. 4.5 to play in the first half. Bookmiller, too soft.
Mortensen gets the rebound.
And the Bobcats coming the other way in a hurry. Panther, straightaway 3. Boom! And that gets Coach Bookmiller off the bench and calling a timeout.
Boy, you just can't give Panther a wide open 3 from the top of the key, and that's exactly what Coach Bookmiller's telling him right now.
Skyview with their biggest lead of the game at 22-15.
Look at Huff run by. By then it's too late. He can't get back and help.
Nobody home. And Panther with the easy look. For 3, and it's the second 3-pointer of the half for Skyview. Icon Health and Fitness is one of our sponsors. They are one of the world's largest developers, manufacturers, and marketers of fitness equipment. They have brands that include, well, a whole list of brands. Proform, Weider, Nordic Track, Reebok, Gold's Gym, Health Rider, and all. Westlow, Image and Jumping brands of exercise equipment as well. That's an Icon Health and Fitness. And don't forget about Lewiston State Bank, serving individuals and businesses for over 100 years in Cache Valley. They have locations in North Logan, Lewiston, Preston, Idaho, and their new location at 3rd South and Main in Logan. Lee at the half. We're going to be talking to Marty Spicer of Trader Jim's, a new restaurant there in Smithfield on Main Street, just across the street from Smithfield Implement. We had a couple of burgers from there today. I had the Snake River Rob's burger, and you had the bison burger.
It was really good.
And they were outstanding. I'll talk a little bit more about that, but we'll be talking with Marty at halftime and talk a little bit about Trader Jim's in Smithfield. Huff looking for a shot. It goes, and he'll go to the line.
Boy, and give the assist to Kozlowski there. It looked like he might have tipped that in.
Foul is on Skyview's 34, Jake Kozlowski. His first personal.
There's a look at it.
At the line shooting 1, John Huff.
He kind of pushed it out of Huff's hands and just made it up and over the rim, hits the square and rolls back in for 2.
Huff was trying to get back in Coach's good graces after hearing a little from Coach after the 3-pointer that they gave up at the other end. He misses the free throw. Hendricks run into by Bookmiller. Here's a look at the foul.
You know, that's definitely a foul, but it's one you sure hate to get when you're running hard on defense. The offensive guy kind of loses the ball and stops.
That's only the third foul on Mountain Crest. Mortensen tries to flip that back over his head as he was shut off on that move. It ends up going out of bounds off the miss. Mountain Crest with the ball. 6th turnover for Skyview. 5-point Bobcat lead with 3:50 to play in the half.
Mountain Crest patient, just wants to work that ball, see if they can get it down lower, an open shot on the wing. And Brenchley just forcing the issue, and good defense by Skyview gets them to turn it over.
Skyview's turnovers ain't helping keep Mountain Crest in this game. It's a 5-point lead for Skyview. They haven't really been able to open up anything on the Mustangs.
That's 7 turnovers, isn't it?
Yep, 7 turnovers. Mountain Crest has turned it over 4 times. And Skyview also with 17 fouls. Mountain Crest getting the benefit of free throws so far in this half. Ferguson with the finish. Ferguson with 4. 22-19. Skyview with the 3-point lead. 3 minutes to play in the half here in Smithfield on the Skyview campus. Kozlowski's feeling it. He's got 8.
Wow.
So back out to a 5-point lead now for Skyview. Skyview playing a zone. I think that's a pretty safe bet. We haven't seen Mountain Crest really shoot the ball all that well from the outside at all this season. Here's a turnover.
It's a great rotating zone because even though they're playing tight in the key, Mountain Crest is not getting any open looks really around the outside.
Kozlowski and Kirby both fighting for that one. They say it goes out of bounds off Kirby. Goddard's will walk it across the timeline. Ferguson fronts Mortensen so they can't get the ball into him. Mountain Crest staying in a man-to-man.
Nice dish.
Kozlowski's got 10. Back up to a 7-point lead for Skyview. Shank looks low to Kirby. Kirby, too hard. He had great position and he just put it off the glass a little too hard.
Finally gets the spot he wants and bounces it hard off the glass. Oh!
Goddard has it swatted by Kirby. No soup for you. I think Goddard saw him coming and thought, well, I better get it up there and oh, never mind. Huff in, Kirby sits. 1:25 to play in the half. Kozlowski goes to work, spins it up with the left hand and in. He's got 12.
What does he average, 2 points a game?
2 points a game. He's got 6 points in each quarter. And he's helped Skyview open up a 28-19 lead over Mountain Crest.
Well, this is right where it starts on the defensive end. Good defense by Kozlowski, but turns it back over.
Book Miller scores. First points off the bench for Mountain Crest. That was a big one for the Mustangs because it was going the other way. And it was already a 9-point lead with a chance for more for Skyview. And now it's back down to 7. Mountain Crest hanging in there. 28-21 with 15 seconds to play. Skyview leading. And the Bobcats looking for the final shot. Coach Bookmiller urging on his team defensively. Panther is a long ball shooter. Kozlowski, how hot is he?
No.
He's steaming hot. 14 points for Kozlowski in the first half. 30-21, Skyview with the lead at halftime.
I got a serious burn on today, bro. Deep down in here. Did you get your burn on?
I guess so.
Bros know when they get their burn on.
Maybe here?
No, bro. Bros know. Burning.
And that's why I don't like gyms. Well, we're not a gym. We're Planet Fitness.
No gym intimidation, no lunks, just $10 a month. We're not a gym. We're Planet Fitness.
Now let's take a look. Kozlowski with the big first half. The left-handed push. And what did the great Hot Rod Hunley say with a gentle push and a mild arc? And eventually, the Cowhide Globe hits home. The great Hot Rod Hunley. Hey, there you go. Picture in picture right there on your TV screen. The cheerleaders performing here at the half, and it's a 30-21 lead for Skyview. And joining me now is Marty Spicer. We'll get that headset on you. Can you hear me all right, Marty?
I'm here. I hear you loud and clear.
Marty is the owner, operator, chief CEO, and king in charge.
Dishwasher.
A dishwasher, huh? At Trader Jim's in Smithfield. Trader Jim's at 101 North Main in Smithfield. It's right across the street to the north of Smithfield Implement. As we take a look at Trader Jim's, tell me a little bit about. I was down there today. Okay, I came down there today, had that Snake River Rob's burger, outstanding by the way. Lee had the bison burger. And is that that's your Navajo taco?
It's our Navajo taco.
Tell me a little bit about Trader Jim's.
Well, we wanted to have in Smithfield a local restaurant that had some of the favorites from the valley, and we just have gone for quality. We support all the local vendors, cheese plants, and it's been a good experience. We brought in we like history. We brought in with those historical buildings a lot of Cache Valley mementos and that, and antiques, and some really collectible. We have a Chinese cuisine.
Is that your tiny spicy chicken right there?
That's our tiny spicy chicken.
Okay, I did not have that today, but I've heard from people here at the game, and Lee here had said your tiny spicy chicken's outstanding.
It is. It's if people remember the old feng shui Chinese, it's that recipe, and some of the best Chinese tiny spicy around.
Now, we were talking earlier because I said to you it's kind of an eclectic place. You go in there and it has that old time feel, and the old original wooden floors and everything else, and all the antiques that are in there. It's a really cool atmosphere. And and I want to talk to you a little bit more about the atmosphere and about Trader Jim's. But for a second, let's take a look at the Vistons here at Skyview. They're performing.
Correct.
The Vistons at Skyview performing there. Let's take a look at our Wendy's All-Stars, our Athlete of the Week, Olivia Christiansen. She is a swimmer from right here at Skyview High School. Hayden Feltz, also on the swim team here at Skyview High School, one of our Wendy's All-Stars. So thanks to Wendy's for supporting that and for sponsoring the Wendy's All-Stars. Now we're talking now with, again, with Marty Spicer, the owner of Trader Jim's at 101 North Main Street in Smithfield, a new neighborhood eating joint restaurant. And we were talking about it earlier before the game, and you were saying, you wanted something that was better than, it's not low rent and cheap food. It's good food, but it's just kind of comfort food, I think is what you said, where people can just go in and hang out and enjoy the food and the atmosphere.
Yeah, it's really a fun atmosphere, but we wanted it affordable for families, and we can take large groups. You can bring in a family and sit 18 in one location in there, and then we have a lot of booths, and you can fit pretty much any size group. So we enjoy that kind of space. But the quality of the food, we wanted something that was good quality but not expensive. So with our kids' meals, they're very affordable. Get a lot of kids in, a lot of families, so they can have a meal and not break the bank. So.
You've got different spaces in there where I guess if somebody wanted to have a group in there, they could reserve maybe the wildlife room that you call it in the back with all the wildlife on the walls, the trophy heads and everything.
We do have that wildlife room that sort of sets the theme for the mountain men that first came here, Jim Bridger and that, and then we sort of transition into the early pioneers, and then we move in through agriculture, lots of agricultural memorabilia, and then we go over even into Thiokol and some of the space memorabilia we have on our walls, lots of saddles, lots of fun things. Just you can look around and always see something new. So,
got the big screen TVs and everything else down there if people want to come in and have a party. Well, we've got Lee Vaughn down on the sideline. Looks like with one of our coaches. Let's go down to Lee Vaughn and hear from the coach.
Hey, Coach, great first half. The only thing we picked out was a few turnovers. What'd you tell your kids?
Just that. Turnovers. We got to do a better job of containing the dribble penetration. And I think if we do that, we'll have a successful second half.
Hey, thanks for your time, Coach. Good luck. Back to you, Eric.
Thanks, Lee. Let's finish up with Marty Spicer here from Trader Jim's. Tell us quickly again, if people want to come see you, where are you at? It's dine-in, take-out, and everything from sandwiches and wraps to Chinese food. Outstanding, I'll tell you that. Where can they find you?
They can find us 101 North Main. We're directly north of Smithfield Implement, right at the light, the crossroads. Everything from scones throughout, and takeout delivery is coming. We'll be here shortly. And again, American food, Chinese food, some of the best in the area. We love to have you come out. It's a family place.
Try the Snake River Rob's burger with the onion rings. That's what I would suggest. It's awesome. Thanks, Marty Spicer. Appreciate it. Best of luck to you out there.
Thank you.
That's Trader Jim's. Hey, you're watching the Game of the Week on the Valley Channel, and the Game of the Week is brought to you by Icon Health and Fitness, changing lives with fitness innovation. Cache Valley Hospital, your choice in healthcare. Salt Lake Express, door-to-door service to and from the Salt Lake Airport every hour. Lewiston State Bank, strong and vibrant for over a century. Immaculate Homes, now your home. Wendy's of Cache Valley, it's better than fast food. It's Wendy's. Discount Tire and Automotive, so much more than a tire store. Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology, bring back what you've been missing. PR Graphics for all your promotional graphics needs. Planet Fitness, the judgment-free zone, only $10 a month. The Logo Shop, we logo stuff, all kinds of stuff. And the Valley Channel, Cache Valley's television station, 30-21, Skyview leads at the half over Mountain Crest.
Flatbread from Wendy's? Gotta share this with my web friends.
I'd rather share it with my taste buds.
Introducing Wendy's Flatbread Grilled Chicken. Warm flatbread sandwiches in 2 bold new tastes.
Now that's better.
All right, we start the third period. Eric Olson along with Lee Vaughn, 30-21 Skyview. Over Mountain Crest and a foul. Lots of fouls on Skyview there in that first half. That might be about the only thing they could complain about, Lee.
Well, that and a few turnovers. You heard Coach Hilliard talk about dribble penetration. They got to stop that a little bit. And off camera, I said, you had a great half. He says, yeah, we got to have another one now. I said, that's right.
Huff with the finish. A 9-point lead, the largest of the game for Skyview before Huff just cut into it. But it's kind of been hanging around that, 5 to 7 points most of that first half.
Mountain Crest good stop on defense. Got to convert now. Brenchley, oh man, rolls in and out.
And he has it blocked by Hendricks. Hendricks starts this second half.
Hendricks playing very well. Hit a big 3 in that first half.
Playing with a lot of energy.
But nobody's playing like Kozlowski. Game of his life, 14 points.
Here's Huff working against Mortensen. He has to back it out. Good defense by Mortensen.
Here's the problem with the offense that Mountain Crest is running. If you don't get a great shot, to convert on it, you've wasted a lot of clock, and Skyview wants to get down the floor in a hurry. So you cannot be one and done. You got to convert like Ferguson does there in a drive.
It's kind of like in football, being a running team and getting behind to a passing team. You don't have a lot of time to catch up. It takes that long. Here's a foul out front. And hey, we want to mention to you, you're probably watching this as Ferguson picks up his first foul. You're probably watching this on our tape delay. But you know what? You can watch these games as we're streaming now. You can go to our Facebook page and pick up our streaming feed and watch these games streaming.
Live.
If you've got somebody that, they're outside of the valley, friends and family, and we'll stream these live. So you can tell them, hey, look, it's going to be on. Go ahead and watch. So you can watch the game live through streaming, and if you want to watch something again, just go to YouTube and go to our web page, or go into YouTube, and you can find all of our games there as well. So you're an international star, and there's Riley Panter hitting from 3.
Oh yes, me and the guy who looks like the Ken doll. Yep.
International star. International bright young thing. 8-point lead. And an offensive foul against Ferguson.
Wow, I thought they were going to get Goddard on that, trying to fight through that screen, but it looked like Ferguson might have stuck his leg out just a titch too far.
Checking in for the Mustangs, number 5, Spencer Coombs.
Coombs makes his first appearance, and Ferguson will have to sit with his second as Coach Hilliard looks on. Underneath.
Carter Porter for 2 points. Assist, Jake Hendricks.
The finish. Skyview, as they're now up by 10, and we've got a foul at the other end.
I got to admit, I don't have a 32 on my roster. 32 listed for me is Kozlowski, and I know he's 34.
Right. Yeah, I don't have it either. Hate it when that happens.
Well, he made a good shot.
Can't say who he is if he's not on your roster, right?
Brenchley tried in the first half to get his offense started. Just hasn't really gotten anything going as a leading scorer for the Mustangs. He's got 3 points on the night.
Tanner Kirby with 4. And they're your two leading scorers, so 7 points between them. The Mustangs are going to have to find offense from somewhere. Brenchley heard you. He heard you talking.
On cue.
Back to an 8-point deficit for Mountain Crest. Hendricks with a little crossover in the finish. Hendricks with 5 off the bench. Jalen Tiv getting set to check in for Mountain Crest to make his first appearance of the game. Ferguson will come in with him. Approaching the midway point of this third period, and it's a 10-point Skyview lead. Brenchley's 3 won't go. Rebounded by the Bobcats. Baseline jumper won't go. Rebounded by Brenchley. Brenchley all the way, knocked away, turns it over.
Well, Goddard just holds his ground. Brenchley tries to go around him and knocks the ball out of his own hands, really.
Goddard in the lane. Goddard with the finish. That's his first bucket of the game. Timeout Mountain Crest as they trail by 12 with 3:24 to play in the third period. The Mustangs will talk it over.
Goddard only averages about 6.19 points per game. It's not a huge scorer.
Here's a look at the turnover here.
Well, Brenchley looking up, looking for a lane, but the lane never materializes. Goddard holds his ground, and that's a turnover for Mountain Crest.
I think we've figured out who 32 is. I think it's Carden Porter. Porter's listed as number 40 in the roster that we have, but I think it's Carden Porter.
Yep, I think you might be right.
So Teeve and Ferguson check in. Bookmiller checks in as well. Huff and Brenchley, the only starters on the floor for the Mustangs. And Brenchley fumbles that one, catches it before it goes out of bounds, and the Mustangs set it up again. Huff wants it down low. Now Brenchley gives it to him. Working against Kozlowski. Kicks it out to Teeve, the 3, but a foul underneath.
It's going to be on Kozlowski, I think. Yeah, he was bodying him the whole way across the baseline.
Kozlowski, his second personal.
Kind of rode him out of bounds there, didn't he?
Checking in for the Bobcats, number 12, Justin Evans replaces Riley Panther.
Evans replaces Panther. Ferguson triggers in, now down low to Huff. Huff scores. Huff with 6.
This is really danger time for Mountain Crest, now down by 10. They've got to make some hay and get a couple of stops on defense, otherwise they're in real danger of being blown out of the building.
They want to try to get it into single digits before the end of the period. Kozlowski underneath. See if they say he was shooting, as they call a foul on Mountain Crest.
The question is when is Kozlowski not shooting in this game? That kid is shooting the lights out.
Checking in for the Bobcats, number 13,
Bookmiller picks up his second foul, and Mortensen back in. Here's a look. Looks like they get Bookmiller. Well, they call it on Bookmiller, but they blew the whistle.
Well, they didn't blow the whistle till just right about
right
now.
There.
Yeah.
As he reaches in.
Foul is on Mountain Crest, number 13, Kaden Buckmiller, his third and personal.
And on
Bookmiller picks up another.
Yeah, on the inbounds play, they ring him up for another one. That's his third. Underneath, Mortensen.
He gets the good roll on that. That's a tough shot.
Mortensen with 4. He averages 13. It's been Kozlowski that's picked up the scoring slack.
I don't think Skyview has left that zone all night, have they?
No. Brenchley's shot won't go in a foul underneath. Well, I mean, would you? Mountain Crest hasn't been able to shoot well from the outside. What they are getting has been down at the bucket as Porter gets the free throw or the penalty. So I'd stay in it until they shot me out of it. They don't even look like they want to shoot threes.
Yeah, they're not even trying. I think there's been 1 3 attempted all night by Schenk. 2 threes. He missed one and made one.
Brenchley makes the first one.
Brenchley makes the first free throw. Doherty comes in for Hendricks. Here's a good look at the freshman. He's got 6 points. Stays at 6 points, and the ball finally rebounded out of there by Doherty. Turnovers about even now, 8-7. Skyview with more. And just as you say it, they sure as heck do it.
Well, Mortensen cuts down the baseline, and Carden doesn't see him turn his head and run the other way. He just throws it to the spot.
9 turnovers for the Bobcats now. 9-point Bobcat lead. They led by 9 at the half. .15 to play in the third. They reverse it. Huff wants it. They're having a hard time getting it to him. Bookmiller tries to find him, and he has it knocked away. And Skyview turns it over on the other end.
Roberts tries to thread the needle and just can't do it.
Down low for Huff. It's taken away by Mortensen. 9th turnover for Mountain Crest. Doherty all the way to the rack. And one.
Another foul on Ferguson, 23.
2 points. Basket's good. Foul is on Mustangs, number 23, Gage Ferguson.
It's his third.
Checking in for the Mustangs, number 22.
Schenk will replace Bookmiller.
Replaces Caden Buckmiller.
For Mountain Crest. Here's a look.
At line shooting 1,
Look at his pass. Can't quite get it through Brenchley's legs.
That was the possession before, and then on the next possession down, it was dueling turnovers, and then Doherty with the 3-point play the old-fashioned way. And he's got his first 3 points of the game, and it's out to a 14-point lead now, Lee.
Just about lights out for Mountain Crest. I don't think they have the depth and experience to come back from this type of deficit on the road against an in-valley rival.
Cache Valley Hospital, one of our sponsors. Your care is our #1 priority. When you're at Cache Valley Hospital, you are always treated as a very important person. And don't forget about Immaculate Homes, distinctive and stylish exteriors with custom modern formats. Immaculate offers a 3-year unmatched warranty on your home. Our goal is to have you happy in years to come, not just the day you moved in at Immaculate Homes. Hey, I've been looking at some homes in the area around here and seen some of those Immaculate Homes. And you know what I liked about the Immaculate Homes that I looked at? They had a big kitchen. I don't know what the deal is, but the newer homes I've been looking at lately.
A small kitchen.
Small kitchen. And I guess I'm one of those old-fashioned guys that the kitchen is the heart of the home, and you spend a lot of time there.
Well, you are, because most people don't cook anymore. I mean, that's the way the food business is going. Which stinks.
Yeah. $14-point deficit for the Mustangs. Looks like they'll hold the ball for the last shot of the third period. 20 seconds.
They don't have time to be holding the ball for the last shot. They got to get up and down as much as they can.
Yeah, but I don't think they can run with Skyview. I don't think they want to get into a track meet with the Bobcats.
Well, I don't know if they have any choice anymore, you know.
Schenk, 3. Short. Rebounded by Doherty, and that's the end of the third quarter. 44-33. Skyview opening up a double-digit lead.
$10. It doesn't get you much anymore. A few cups of coffee, a sandwich, half a t-shirt. Well, Planet Fitness is about to change all that. Right now, when you join Planet Fitness, you'll pay just $10 a month. That's right, we're talking just $10. So get more for your money and become a member of Planet Fitness, home of the judgment-free zone.
What if you could design an outdoor kitchen at a price you could afford? With Camp Chef's durable cooking equipment, you can own a custom kitchen that's built to last for years. You can grill, bake, boil, deep fry, and saute right in your own patio or backyard. Transform your Camp Chef into a griddle, barbecue box, or high-output burner in just minutes. Best of all, you can quickly load up your Camp Chef gear and turn your campsite into a gourmet kitchen anywhere. Camp Chef, the way to cook outdoors.
44-30, Skyview opening up the 14-point lead over Mountain Crest as they outscored Mountain Crest 14-9 in that third quarter. Eric Olson along with Lee Vaughn for the final 8 minutes from Skyview. Kirby back in. He spent a lot of time on the bench in the third period, Lee. Take a rest.
Didn't seem to hurt Mountain Crest, now up by 14. Or Skyview, sorry.
Doherty underneath the Porter, won't go, rebounded by Mortensen, and he puts it back. Mortensen with 6. Brenchley down the lane, too hard. Kirby fights for the board, and it's out of bounds off of Tanner Kirby. Hendricks checks back in for the Bobcats, and Evans will sit.
The ball just not bouncing Mountain Crest's way today at all, and in every instance, loose balls going away from them, and everything going for Skyview.
Well, and Brenchley gets to the rim on that one and can't get it to go. And Skyview got a boost off the bench from Hendricks in that first half, but the guy that's made the biggest push for player of the game is Kozlowski.
Oh, yeah.
Mortensen takes the bump, and down he goes.
Well, for the player of the game, at the end of the game, I have 2 coupons for a quarter-pound cheeseburger at Wendy's, a great sponsor of high school sports, and a coupon for Angie's, where the locals eat, to clean the sink.
That is a half pound of burgers.
I know.
Followed by a sink full of ice cream.
You can't beat it.
No, you cannot. Hampton, 3. Got it.
Well, Eric, I think it's all over except the crying now. 19-point lead for Skyview as Kirby gets fouled.
I think you are probably right, and the tears are welling up. So Doherty picks up the foul. Let's take a look here.
Yeah, Doherty a little overmatched there, and he's trying to guard Kirby down low. All he can do is foul and get out of the way.
Kirby makes the first free throw. Bookmiller back in for Mountain Crest. Take a look. Let's watch Kirby. He's got an interesting release.
Well, he's trying to finesse it. He's got to use his legs more to get that ball up. And
he's right above his head.
And it's a pretty flat shot as well. You got to use a little more leg. You know, free throw is the easiest shot in basketball, but the hardest shot at the same time.
With 6:05 to play in the ball game, it's a 49-31 lead for Skyview as Downs goes to work. Mortensen there to clean up the miss.
You can see why Mortensen's the leading scorer for Skyview. He is in the right place at the right time and a lot of offensive rebound putbacks.
Also, he's tall, and I've noticed that most good basketball players are tall.
Yes.
You know, it's a crazy thing. Brenchley with the bucket.
2 points, Brenchley.
Oh, Doherty goes down and a foul on the Mustangs. And they call it on Ferguson. That's his fourth.
Checking back in for the Mustangs, number 10, Kai Nethercott.
There's the little push by Ferguson. Nethercott will check in.
Well, that's somebody who's played a lot for Mountain Crest. We haven't seen him the whole game until now. And he actually has some pretty good moves for a sophomore big man.
1-1 for Doherty.
Doherty makes the first free throw.
That's only the third free throw of this half for Skyview, and they've only, well, this will be the third, and they've only shot 7 free throws the entire game.
Once again, there are a lot of hot dogs at the concession stands, and they are
Mountain Crest has shot 12.
Something on the floor. Coach has got to come out and wipe it up with somebody's jacket.
6 of 12 of the Mustangs from the free throw line. Five of 7 now for Skyview. And it's a 20-point Skyview lead with 5:20 to play in the game. They call a foul on Doherty.
Brian Doherty is called the foul, his second personal.
Too much body. Like Levon's hair after a rainstorm.
I just can't keep the curls out of it.
That humidity just kills you. Here's Kirby. 7 for Kirby. Panter, pull up 3, way long. Down saves it back in, but it goes right to Brenchley. Bookmiller lobs into the big man, and Kirby finishes.
Kirby, good for 2, assist, Caden Buckmiller.
He's got 9. Doherty with the little teardrop.
Doherty for 2 points, driving through the middle.
Well, that's a good look by Doherty. The defense is not going to commit to you. Either way, he's going to kick it out or make a nice, easy shot. That was a good play by Doherty.
Doherty is his average. He has 7 points off the bench. He averages just under 7, but close enough to call it 7. Brenchley, 3, got it.
Jackson Brenchley for 3 points.
Mount Crest cuts it back to a 15-point lead.
11 points for Brenchley. 8 of them here in the second half, midway through the fourth quarter.
Skyview happy to take some air out of the ball and work it for a minute.
And Mountain Crest is going to have to get aggressive defensively, try to force some turnovers. Hendricks kicks it out to Mortensen and gives it back. They play keep away again. Mortensen can't finish, but that's because he was fouled. Coach Hilliard wants goaltending. One of the Mustangs came up through the basket.
Yep.
Foul is on Mountain Crest, number 0.
Take a look here.
He's talking to the underneath official. That's not his call because he can't see it. Yeah, that's even though it didn't affect the shot, Kirby did have his hand in the net, and that's a goaltend. The backside officials have to call that because they can see it.
Checking back in for the Mustangs, number 22,
Misses the free throw. Ferguson, Huff, Shank back in for the Mustangs. Porter and Goddard back in for Skyview. That's a 1 of 2. As you take a look at the clock there, 56-40, a 16-point lead with 3:35 to play in the game. Skyview out front. Hey, one of our new sponsors is Planet Fitness. And you were just telling me you were at Planet Fitness the other day.
I was, actually. There's one in Bountiful that's brand new that I went to, and man, it was awesome. There were so many machines. I pulled up and the parking lot was full. I'm like, oh, crap. Not going to be able to find a machine. No, machines everywhere. As far as the eye could see. There was probably 40 elliptical machines in there. It was awesome. Clean, nice. I've heard that about the location up here. I've never been to one up here, though.
Well, that's Planet Fitness. Remember, they're the judgment-free zone.
It is. They do have a lunk alarm that will go off if people are acting like a lunk.
A lunk alarm, huh?
That's right. Which I sometimes can't help it.
Well, that's because you're so huge.
Yeah, just because I'm more like a chunk.
It's because you go to Planet Fitness. I go to Planet Fatness. Maybe I ought to start going with you.
That would be awesome.
Except for you always want to go early in the morning.
That is true. It's the best time of the day.
Oh, my gosh. To me, nothing exists after 1 a.m. until about 8 a.m.
Nothing exists for me after about 10:30 p.m.
Well, you are a party guy. And, you know, people think because I grew up out on the farm I should get up early, but
it's probably why you don't.
It was a beef farm. We didn't have.
You didn't milk them.
dairy
You just
cows.
killed them.
For that reason. Hendricks and Bookmiller lucky he didn't get a foul. The Mustangs turned it over.
Well, all things being equal here, 56-40, Skyview leading. I think in just a second I'm going to head down to the sidelines and be ready to grab a hold of Jake Kozlowski, our Valley Channel player of the game. Scored 14 points, all in the first half, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes,
to really get Skyview off to a great start when the other scorers weren't scoring.
Yeah, I think you'd be good to award it to Kozlowski.
Timeout, Skyview.
Skyview takes a timeout with just over 3 minutes to play in the ball game, and that's 16-point lead. Hey, are you missing out on the wonderful sounds of life, Lee?
Probably.
Do you have a difficult time understanding friends and family?
No, my wife does.
Well, maybe she should go to Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology. You can bring back what you've been missing. With new hearing technology, Dr. Paul Daines can design a hearing solution that not only gives you better hearing, but hearing that sounds like you want it to. It's at Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology.
Maybe I should, because I think she's just selective listening.
But anytime you're in the room?
Yeah.
I thought it was men that did the selective listening.
I thought so too, but she's really good at it.
She does it when you say no. No, I don't want you to buy that. No, I don't. That's like a foreign language to her.
I can't hear you.
What means this no? Your mouth is moving, but I don't hear any words. The Logo Shop and more sponsors that can provide you with vast assortment of quality product choices at prices that are competitive in all 50 states. We give you an effective and practical solution for promoting your business, club, or group at the Logo Shop.
Well, they do. If you've ever been down there, they got a million different things they can put a logo on.
Yeah. Porter rejected by Huff again. Huff down on the floor. It's a 16-point game, and you got guys hitting the deck to get that ball. You like to see the hustle. That's just about a nasty head-to-head collision there, wasn't it? Bookmiller turns it over, the 11th for the Mustangs. 2.5 to play in the game as Levon heads down to the sidelines to catch our player of the game. The back cut by Panther, and the ball thrown at his feet and bounces out of bounds. Skyview with their 12th giveaway. The jump stop by Ferguson. He got bumped. No call, and the shot goes short. And Hendricks dribbles across the timeline. Under 2 minutes to play now in the ball game. Panther, three. Got it! Riley Panther, he's got 12 points in the game. All of them coming on triples. Shank shot. No good. Rebounded by Goddard. He's got Mortensen. Lob to Mortensen. He lets the defender go by and then misses. Brenchley fouled. And with a 19-point lead, Coach Hilliard's going to empty the bench. 1:40 to play. See Mortensen. No foul called on Shank there. Mortensen's shot spun out of there. Austin Jepson into the ball game for Skyview as well as Zach Hansen and Bryson Hilliard. Thomas Lundberg and Big Tyler Downs. T. Ferguson, Coombs, Brenchley.
Brenchley makes the first.
And I believe Nethercott for Mountain Crest as Brenchley sinks the first free throw.
Checking in for the Mustangs, number 1, Carter Christiansen.
12 for Brenchley. Christiansen into the ball game for the Mustangs, and Ferguson will be done for the night. Mountain Crest on their way to their 5th straight loss. Trying to get out of that slump. That's not going to happen tonight in Smithfield. Tommy Albrechtson replaces Brenchley. Downs and Jepson playing catch with it out front. Hansen gives to Lundberg. Back to Hansen. Skyview milking clock. Down low they go to Downs. He can't finish. Rebounded by Nethercott. Downs hit the deck as well. No whistle. Teeve leaves it off for Christiansen, who scores.
2 points for Carter Christiansen. Assist Jalen Teeve.
4 points off the bench tonight for Mountain Crest. So their only bench production. 4 points and 2 of them just a moment ago. Coombs is tripped up as he came up with the steal. With 39 seconds left, Coombs will go to the line.
On Skyview's number 15, Bryson Hilliard, his first personal. At the line, shooting number 5, Spencer Coombs, shooting 1-1.
See that we're under a minute to play, and Coombs up there for 1-1. He misses. Christiansen gets the board.
Christiansen with the rebound.
Teeve leans in, finishes.
Jalen Teeve, 2 points.
13-point ball game. Timeout by the Mustangs with 31 seconds to play in the ball game. Discount Tire and Automotive, there's so much more than a tire store. Belts, hoses, batteries, yeah, we do that. Alignments, brakes, shocks, struts, suspension, air conditioning service, yeah, we do that. Check engine light, preventative maintenance, full service oil change, yeah, we do that at Discount Tire and Automotive. Don't forget about PR Graphics. At PR Graphics, we create banners, signs, vehicle graphics, and wraps, and graphics for your four-wheeler or snowmobile. They can do any size, color, or design of graphics. We can customize or recreate to meet anyone's needs in custom graphics. And of course, you're watching the game on the Valley Channel. If you'd like to watch the game live, go to our Valley Channel Facebook page and look for our games streaming live. You tell your relatives outside the area if they want to watch your players play. It's at the Valley Channel Facebook page, and you can go to YouTube and look for all of these games and watch them anytime you want, or of course just watch us over the air on channel 26.1 and on channel 17 on Comcast Cable. Skyview up by 13 and just content to run out the clock. And Skyview puts this one away, 59-46. Skyview beats Mountain Crest in Smithfield. We'll take a break and be back with our player of the game, Jake Kozlowski, after this timeout.
It doesn't get you much anymore. A few cups of coffee, a sandwich, half a t-shirt. Well, Planet Fitness is about to change all that. Right now, when you join Planet Fitness, you'll pay just $10 a month. That's right, we're talking just $10. So get more for your money and become a member of Planet Fitness, home of the judgment-free zone.
Hey, I found Jake Kozlowski. Jake, you're our player of the game for the Valley Channel. Congratulations, first of all. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Tell me about how big this game was. You scored 14 points in the first half. You averaged just over 2. What'd your coach tell you coming into this game?
Just to be ready and execute our offense.
Well, you did. You cleaned up a lot of the boards, a lot of garbage that was coming off. You were hustling a lot down there. The rest of your team wasn't scoring very much. How'd you feel making those shots?
Most of my shots were easy passes coming off from Braxton and Brian. Riley hit me on a couple, so just easy getting open, getting hit on open shots.
Fantastic. Well, for you, we have a coupon to clean the sink at Angie's and 2 coupons for free hamburgers at Wendy's. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Back to you, Eric Olson.
All right, thanks, Lee Kozlowski, our player of the game with 14 points as Skyview beats Mountain Crest 59-46. It was brought to you by Icon Health and Fitness, changing lives with fitness innovation. Cache Valley Hospital, your choice in healthcare. The Salt Lake Express, door-to-door service to and from the Salt Lake Airport every hour. Lewiston State Bank, strong and vibrant for over a century. Immaculate Homes, now your home. Wendy's of Cache Valley, it's better than fast food. It's Wendy's. Discount Tire and Automotive, so much more than a tire store. Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology, bring back what you've been missing. PR Graphics for all your promotional graphics needs. Planet Fitness, the judgment-free zone, and only $10 a month. The Logo Shop, we logo stuff, all kinds of stuff. And the Valley Channel, Cache Valley's television station. For Lee Vaughn and all the guys in the truck and behind the cameras doing the hard work, I'm Eric Olson saying we'll see you next time on the Valley Channel.